Security companies have issued a warning to South African residents after reports about impersonators trying to access residential homes claiming to be government officials or medical practitioners doing COVID-19 home testing. Meanwhile, SABRIC, the South African Banking Risk Information Centre, has issued a warning to bank clients that cybercriminals are exploiting the spread of coronavirus for their own gain, using Coronamania panic to spread coronavirus scams. To help us understand some of what's going on, we're now joined from our Pretoria studios by Yusuf Abramjee, who's an anti-crime activist. Yusuf, thanks very much indeed for joining us. It's quite sad and alarming that in critical times such as this, that criminals get busy.
Good afternoon, Peter. Yes, criminals always try to be creative. They come up with very unique ideas, all with the intention of ripping you off of your hard-earned cash. Now, we know that the virus is a worldwide problem. In South Africa, we have various measures in place. And just on Sunday, we had an incident in the Western Cape where people purporting to be from an emergency service knocked on the door, tried to gain access and tried to rob the homeowners, claiming that they're there to do screening for the coronavirus. I'm also told that in Gauteng, there was another incident where these officials claimed to be from the Department of Health, saying that they want to do free screening. And the advice is to not open up for these criminals. Do not fall prey to them. They try to gain access into your house, even if they, Peter, have uniforms of various emergency services or having identification badges from government. Do not open up. Rather phone the police immediately. Let the authorities come to your assistance. They want to gain access and rob you, and we need to be very, very alert. But yes, criminals are trying to be very innovative, which is very unfortunate.
All right. So at this stage, we know for sure that no officials are doing house calls, checking on people around COVID-19, and that if that does happen, it'll be properly announced.
Indeed, there's absolutely no one from government or any other emergency service that will knock on your door saying that they're doing random testing. Unless you've made an appointment, unless you've made arrangements, that's a different argument. But there's no plans from government or from any other emergency entity or anyone else for that matter to come to your house to do testing, so do not open for them. And that is why it's important that if and when these things happen, you immediately contact the police, contact your neighborhood watch, contact the community police forum, alert them to it, because all they're trying to do is to gain access into your property, and they're very unfortunately using all the panic and the fear around the corona so that they can just get into people's houses and rob them.
All right, so these are physical manifestations of these crimes, but there are also people being targeted online.
Indeed, the South African Banking Risk Information Council has issued an urgent warning this morning. We have what we now call social engineering. So what you would do is, again, in the whole panic around the coronavirus, you'll either get an SMS, you'll either get an email or one or other link via WhatsApp to say that you need to do testing, or alternatively, they'll offer you one or other screening test, for example, at no cost or at a very ridiculously low price, even offering you sanitizers, etc., all with the intention of you opening that link. The minute you open the link, the minute you engage them, they then try to access your personal information via this cybercrime methods which they use, and then they try to gain access into your bank accounts. The advice that we have is when you get these emails or the links, do not open them up at all. Do not engage these people. Do not even reply to the emails, because that will allow them access into your websites, your networks, and that is why they will easily get access to your bank accounts and try to clear the bank accounts of your money. The advice from the South African Banking Risk Information Council is do not engage them, simply ignore them, simply delete them, and very importantly, again, Peter, I want to make the point, do not open up those links when you receive them. These people are trying to rob you.
All right. So, I mean, we've seen in recent times as well that WhatsApp and other messaging services are being used by criminals. Is this an area that we need to be careful of as well?
Indeed. It's not only emails, it's SMS, it's WhatsApp. They even try to use other forms of social media, whether it's Facebook, whether it's LinkedIn, whether it's Instagram, to try to advertise their fake services. And again, the golden rule is do not fall victim to these scams. The social engineering is becoming a problem, and very sadly, while everyone is rallying around the coronavirus, trying to make a difference, these criminals are trying to cash in. We've even seen in the United States, for example, on an unrelated issue, where fake screening tests for corona were confiscated at the airport. And again, these criminals are trying to cash in. They're trying to make a quick buck. We need to be very, very careful, especially during these trying times, Peter.
All right, so I guess to sum it all up, the two waves. The first wave is people trying to get into your house. If you don't know who they are, no matter how authentic they might look, call the police straight away.
Indeed. In fact, a number of government departments, as well as the likes of Netcare, N9 and ER24 have issued warnings. Do not open up for them. Do not engage them. Even if they're having identification cards or they're demanding access, the best is to call 10111 or alert your neighborhood watch or your security company. Let them come to your home. Let them first verify. But I can tell you now, there is absolutely no one from government or any other emergency services or medical service that will come to your house for a random corona screening test.
All right, Yusuf, we're going to have to leave it there. Thanks so much indeed. That's Yusuf Abramjee, who's an anti-crime activist, talking to us from our studios in Pretoria. And we need to be vigilant, sadly, not just with the disease itself, but criminals trying to capitalize at this critical time.